Hello, 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 everybody. It's Matt, and it is Wild Wednesday, and I am back at you with yet another review. Before I roll on to any of that, I want to wish each and every one of you a great morning, evening, dawn, day, or dusk. All that lovely stuff, because life really is too short as is. Do me a really huge favor and like, share, and subscribe. I love seeing your beautiful faces when you are here. I know I'm here an awful lot, but I have an awful lot on my plate to review. So with all that in mind, one last little tidbit of information. Check out the description box. I give you your brief synopsis, your starring cast, your director, your runtime of the cut I am watching, along with a link for a trailer, a link for where you can watch this bad boy for free, and if you decide, you can help toss a couple bucks my way and help support Matt's Movie Mania. So with all that said in mind and all that out of the way, let's roll on to the film of the day. Today's is a winner. It came out in 2016, and it is none other than the Todd E. Braley film known as Misfit. Yes, what a movie this is. It is heartbreaking, it is angering, it is infuriating, it definitely strikes all the chords that a movie about a poor kid who is being bullied really can invoke. You know, it really makes you sad for this poor girl. So what is this movie about? It starts out with a bunch of newspaper clippings and some still pictures of a murder known as the hay pitch killer, or the hay something killer, something along those lines. But either way, it is played by a man who I'm guessing has cystic fibrosis, because he has the cystule lumps all over his body, his face, his arms, his neck, his ears, his hands, all over. But he does an amazing performance in this. So you get treated off with that right away. And then you go into the future, and in modern day time. And in modern day time, you meet a girl named Stitches. And Stitches is a young girl who is in high school that is being bullied relentlessly by 4 different girls. And they constantly are harassing her and treating her like she is lower than dirt. It really upset me, some of the things that they said and did to this poor girl. They threw water on her, they dumped it all over her head, they call her horrible names, they at one point, they chase her down, and at the end of the day, they chase her down, and they finally trip her up in a yard that belongs to our man, that is none other than the killer. He does a fantastic job coming out and saving the day for poor Stitches. And poor Stitches has been doused in lighter fluid, and they are about to light her on fire. That is how far and how dark and deep and evil these people are. And now Stitch's home life is not anything to write home about either. Her mother is a vicious drunk, and as well as a pill addict, and she also is a raging biatch. She says things that you would never ever in a million years say to your child, such as things like "go kill yourself," and you're just like your father, and things like that, things of that nature. She is a very mean, evil person. And so, therefore, you have your backstory set up for Stitches. And Stitches eventually goes back to visit her friend. And her friend has another friend named Alden. And Alden is another man with a physical deformity. I'm guessing he has some sort of dwarfism, and maybe even some cerebral palsy or something along those lines. because he is definitely not of regular human stature. And he requires a cane to go everywhere, and he has a very interesting and odd look. But anyways, that is neither here nor there. Alden and I forget the other character's name. They quickly befriend Stitches, and they make her part of their menagerie of depravity. In other words, they eventually teach her that she can't go along throughout life being treated the way she is. She needs to stand up for herself, and she needs to start doing something in having these people have repercussions for what they have done to poor Stitches. Now, it starts out with eventually she kills her mother and her stepfather, eventually moving on to another victim from the school, and then a police officer. And then when the police officer is being taken care of, you find out that Alden was at one point a part of the police department, and he was a criminal investigator for their mental well-being for each and every criminal that came through there. And so therefore they decided that they were going to get rid of Alden, and they were going to have his job removed. And therefore he decides he's going to not only get exact revenge, he decides he's going to poison each and every one of everyone that he worked with. And in turn, they take him out and they beat him relentlessly and leave him half for dead. Later do they find out that he is not dead, and that he is very much alive, and he is still conducting business, and he has made friends with this other killer. And now they have inducted a new killer, which in turn they go after the four bullies that were going after the girl, taking them out one by one in various fashion. It gets very bloody, very, very gruesome, and it ups the ante of depravity very fastly. Now, if you're a fan of Todd Braley's films, you will enjoy this. If you enjoy Psychotic Breakdown, you will enjoy this. If you enjoy, what is the other one I reviewed for him? The Chip, which is also very good, which also has another cast member from The Chip in this. It is also an extremely well-made movie. The guy is a fantastic filmmaker. I can't wait to eventually get to Jaws Fanatics. It is one that I have had my eye on for a while, and I hope to check that out and do a review for it here sometime in maybe the next month or two. I don't know. We'll see how things work out. Now, on to the three things that I love my movies to meet. First thing is audio. Audio is always good in a Todd Braley film. You never have a moment where you never are understanding what is being said, whether it is an indoor shoot, an outdoor shoot, or in some strange building where there could be obviously audio issues that could come popping their ugly heads up at any point in time. So it gets an A+ on the audio. Now on to dialogue. Dialogue is where everything lies with this. It has some amazing dialogue. Todd is an excellent writer and knows exactly what to have his characters say. I really, really thoroughly enjoyed the writing in this, and I feel like the dialogue is on par with some of the greatest films of modern time. It definitely invokes a lot in you. It definitely does exactly what it sets out to do. it is a very, very, very brilliant film. So on to audio or dialogue, I'm going to give it an A+. So we have an A+ on audio and an A+ on dialogue. Now on to editing. Editing is very, very crisp and clean. There is never any weird continuity errors. There is never any cuts in it that don't make any sense where you lose momentum of the film. It constantly keeps a nice uphill battle, and it really keeps you entranced from beginning to end. Like, I literally, the movie is like an hour and 20 minutes. It didn't seem like it was that long at all. It seemed like it went by in like 20 minutes. It was that good. It moved by that smooth. So it gets an A+ there. Now on to the final score of my 1 through 5. I'm going to give this thing a 4.5 out of 5. It is that good of a film. It is definitely my favorite Todd Braley film next to The Chip. The Chip is absolutely stunning, which will also just mention will be available on Tubi, I believe, starting next month in December. So definitely check that out. Check out Psychotic Breakdown. Check out Misfit. Check out I Like to Draw. Check out everything Todd has to give us, because the guy is a phenomenal filmmaker and definitely knows what he wants when it comes to both in front of the screen and behind the screen. The guy is very, very, very accomplished, and I am very thankful that I got to check this out. Alright guys, I love your faces. Can't wait to see you till, probably not till Saturday. But either way, if I'm here tomorrow and Friday, it'll be a fluke incident, and hopefully I'll have something fun for you to review. Alright guys, love your faces, and as always, peace.